Hello, my most amazing artists. We have a guest teacher today, and as I mentioned yesterday, I wanted to make sure that you knew the last part of our project for today. So some of us are still working on our background and won't even get to this part. That's totally fine. You have tomorrow to finish up with this part. So you need to finish up that background today. Remember, a couple of different things to consider for your background. We fill in the entire space with either color or texture, lines, anything at all that adds to your artwork, okay? We are allowed to get pictures. We can take time to print those off, but I'm gonna ask you to wait for your pictures till tomorrow, just because there's a special way that I'd like you to do it. So if you brought your iPad today and you're ready to print off pictures, let's wait till tomorrow and I'll help you get those printed off, okay? That'll help our guest teacher out. Let's see here. You did bring your iPads for other reasons too. So if you're finished today, all the way with your work, except for maybe printing off a picture, you'll get to work on the choice book, which is in your cart. There is paper inside of that choice book. There are different activities that you can scan and head into and check out. The yarn for those projects is over on the round table next to my big plant, okay? So let's talk about our last step though. If you're done with your background, everything's glued on, you've added the little details, it's very easy for somebody to look at it and get an idea of what's going on. But I want you to tell me a little bit more, because sometimes there's a lot more going on than people looking at the artwork realize. My artwork that is hanging up there at school is a picture of me with a microphone kind of jamming out, and I've got those like bright colors behind me, sort of like spotlights, sort of like lights at a concert, and I added hearts and I added musical notes yesterday. So I'm gonna write about that and explain maybe a little bit more. So you'll have some lined paper as well on the round table today, or it might even be inside the 4th grade bucket still. But you are going to grab one piece of that paper. I don't imagine you're gonna write more than one paper. So if you need more, that's fine. But start off with one. You're gonna write your title, The World We're Gonna Make, your name, okay? Then you're going to write on your sheet in complete sentences, trying to do your very best to make it a finished product, to tell me a little bit about your artwork. So if I was going to write on my sheet about my artwork, I would say that the world I'm going to make, or the world I'm gonna make, is a world where there is music that is encouraging and helps make people feel good and reminds them of how they are loved. So that's kind of what I wanted to do when I was a little 4th grader. Well, sorry, excuse me, not little. You guys aren't little. When I was a 4th grader. Obviously it didn't work out, but I am using some of those same skills as an art teacher now. So I don't need to write all of that on here. I'm going to write just the part that you see in my artwork. So in the world I'm gonna make, I am going to spread a positive message and encourage other people with my songs. So that would be what I would write right here, okay? So that way when Mrs. Pittenger looks at your artwork, I'll be able to see, oh yeah, there's that right there, that makes sense, right? So when you're all done today, make sure your name's on the back of your artwork and make sure your name's on your paper, and go ahead and stick it in your folder, just like everybody else who's not done. That way, when I collect it tomorrow, I'll have them all together, and that'll help you out, guest teacher, so you don't have a million papers everywhere. All right, one more word of advice for you with our guest teacher today. Guest teacher, I have allowed the students to choose how they're going to make their background. Some of them are watercolor painting, some of them are using tempera, some of them are using oil pastels or markers. There's lots of different ways. Some of them are doing more cut paper, which is awesome. Our illustrator inspiration would be proud of you. So it does kind of feel a little, you know, everybody's kind of doing their own thing. we've been working on it for a couple days, and these kids know how to behave themselves, and they will be able to pick up after themselves after class. And if they don't, then there will be consequences on Thursday when I come back. So I'm trying to vouch for these fourth graders because I think that they're gonna do a great job. I really do. All right, fourth graders and our awesome guest teacher, have a wonderful day in art. Bye for now.